All right, let's go.
Let's be passively entertained.
All right,
Let's tingle.
Give me the tingle.
Show me the tingle.
Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, and in this episode we're pleasing the sack. What do I mean by that? Well, we're in the insect cavern, we're taking on our next main dungeon, and this level is weird. I'm not a massive fan of it. There are all these goopy egg sack things, and some of them have money in them, some of them have bugs in them, some of them are empty, and some of them you can just sort of push around and we'll be, having puzzles accordingly, so get used to this. Get used to shoving things around with your pelvis, because this... I would say this dungeon doesn't pull punches, and not just because we get to watch Tingle doing this to an egg sack for multiple minutes at a time. I'm just pushing this down because I had a feeling there would be something down here. Also, that isn't even 50 rupees. Ernesto, could you not? Ernesto, could you not? This is insects, not sumo. Could you move? Ernesto, please, go and beat your drum somewhere else. Go and beat off, as it were. No, we're not doing that. Now, I seem to recall that at some point in this dungeon... Oh, there's so much wonkiness here. Ooh, a bug. But before we get to the bug... Money! You can get to keep the money. Well, whatever, we're fragrantly rich at the moment, so it's not even worth worrying about. But I think two things to bear in mind with this dungeon. First of all, it's not all puzzles like this. There is stuff that is much worse than this. And I forget what the other thing is. No, really, I've completely lost my train of thought because I missed some money. I know there is at least one puzzle room where it doesn't give you enough egg sacs, and so you need to stand on one of the switches yourself. And I wonder if that would solve the puzzle in here. Have we pressed all the buttons? Surprisingly, yes. Look at those trapdoors sound like shitty clockwork. And yeah, that worked. Cool, well, good to know for future reference. And what do we have here? We have pots. Tingle, you pothead. I'm still unreasonably salty at the fact that I've already missed some valuable money in here just by being a little bit too slow and Ernesto getting slightly in the way, but only a little bit. Also, have we heard this music somewhere before? Just a thought. Ooh, foot panels. Hey!
Yo, dude, what's up? We meet again, hunting treasure again, man. I started working for those skeletons.
Did you now?
I've come to scout around these ruins. I'm seeing what nice things I can pick up here on the sly.
Well, I'm sorry, but that's my job, so fuck the shuck.
Hey, this brings back memories, right?
I'm sort of turning into Bruce from Night in the Woods.
If I don't step on this, it won't open. I'm gonna write a poem about it. By the way, I was just wondering... Bees?
Do you have the bees?
Huh. You still haven't got a chrysalis, have you?
San Marino is all my answer to that.
No, nothing, forget I spoke. Let's open the door. Together.
Are we friends, Teddy Todo?
Come on, man, step on that one.
Ernesto, do my bidding. Ernesto! Ernesto, please do my... He's become a statue! I'm sorry, that was an overreaction. But he just was not responding. But we have this, at least. Ah, what a throwback. Tingle, why did you make the grabby hands?
The old team is back. Back in business, baby. Egg fashion, baby.
I'm sort of slowly turning into Gilbert Gottfried. Well, I guess we'll head in here, then. Clearly he's not going to trap us in here by stepping off the switch, because we stepped off our switch and the gate's still open, so we'll be fine. Let's step on another switch. Step on every single switch. You can't hug every cat, but you can step on every switch. Believe in yourself.
Oh, I get it. The switch was the one over there. I've gotta be going now. I gotta go and write me some poetry. I'm looking for something. Catch you later.
I can't do his voice. I can't do voices anymore. Like, I literally cannot speak. Like, not even, like, I've progressed beyond not being able to speak English. I can't speak full stop anymore. And you're here in the debris. The muesli debris. Okay, so the story behind that is, once upon a time I was having muesli for breakfast, and we got to the end of the box, and there was, like, a couple of scraps of muesli at the bottom, and just... I said it was muesli debris, because it's debris from a box of muesli, and... that sounds like a girl from James Bond. Also, this room is quankly. I forget how this works. Okay, wait, hang on. No, I remember. There's a bug, there's a switch, and we need to tempt the bug into staying on the switch with, like, money, I think. But how much, though? I'm gonna go with 30 and immediately regret it. But to be fair, we have a lot of money, and the game has been giving us a lot of money recently, so that should give us a good couple of seconds to get to the door. We made it to the door, Tingle froze in place, and then walked automatically. That was bizarre, but that is a gimmick in this dungeon. Bugs that eat money.
Wait a second, man. This is dangerous. Let me read you some of my freeform poetry. Don't go any further without thinking about it. If you don't have a lot of energy or rupees, you won't last long.
I don't know what his voice is anymore.
It's full of poison gas, man. I ate a big breakfast burrito, so I'll be okay.
So I'm turning into Hunter now from Spyro. Like, crying out loud, I can't do voices. But yeah, the thing is, there are noxious fumes ahead. I forget how this works, but I'm fairly sure it is like, what's that called? Floor hazard? That thing where, you know in RPGs where you walk and die? Oh, it's you! Okay, if we go too far up in here, then there's gonna be poiky noise. Yeah, that's only... Oh. That sure is the lower half of an insect. Ugh. Luckily, I recall, like, vaguely... Like, I remember parts of this dungeon from my youth. And I seem to recall going up this way first. And good, a bug to make us spend more time in the noxious Lalakusha. Well, we get some of our money back, but nowhere near enough to actually reimburse. But as I said, we're crazy fortune at the moment. You know, like Crazy Red, but the rich one. And we've arrived
at the hideous head.
Do we have that on the map? Is that the one that we need to put on the map?
No, man.
Would you mind terribly, Ernesto?
No, man.
Ernesto, please, you're failing me. Ernesto, please, you're failing me. Ernesto, please, you're failing me. Why do you stand there, Ernesto? I need to pick up a bomb and throw it at the guy. And you're allowing me exactly none of these things. Good grief. Because the thing is, we need to transport this from air to a babe, and these bugs make that rather difficult to do, and we need to get multiple hits in. We need to get our licks in. We need to lick a bug. Is it 2 hits or 3? Of course it's 3. Why would it not be 3? Oh, and the bugs are respawning. Yay! I like death. It's my favorite flavor. Death is my favorite pizza place. But yes, much like the weird candle things from before, the bugs around it stop respawning once the head is destroyed, I think. Also, that was the thing that was farting out noxious fumes, so now we can go down there without dying of poisonous death. And since we're in the vicinity, because I do like dungeons that have outdoor areas, like where you leave the dungeon and come back in through a different entrance, I'm just wondering, is there anything to dig up here? Like, I have no frame of reference for if there is or not, it's just they put diggable soil in an area that's partway through a dungeon. So, come to think of it, what is the point of the hand sculpture, like, in one of the recent rooms? Like, that's like not even halfway between here and the entrance of the dungeon, so you might as well either walk out or walk up to here and then use the return home thing in the menu to get the rest of the way. But, like, it's not just me, is it? You don't need hand statues in this dungeon, because presumably there will be more than one of these things. You know what, Ernesto, I was just going to leave the screen, but if you're going to engage in combat anyway, then sure, give me some free money. Well, it's not free because you're sacrificing your life to get it, but that's the nature of capitalism, baby. I'm just stuck with the word baby now, just because of Teddy Toto, and also a post I saw on Tumblr ages ago of egg fashion, blah, blah. Also, this is sparkling, so let's reach inside its anal cavity and get 644 rupees. Perfectly sensible. Now, oh, there's a friend here. There's eating a sandwich on a log with multiple pals. Well, what's this way then? Nothing? Is this a completely pointless room? I have 6 sads this may upgrade over the course of the dungeon. And I hate how much damage those children do! But still, I can't be salty, because we can still afford the next area. We don't have to venture into this deep, dark, warm, pulsating, living hole full of gooey white nonsense. Did I mention it's dark in here? Oh boy, this is a thing. So what you can do is... What am I seeing here? You can put money on that pedestal and it'll make a firefly appear that can, like, light your way a little bit, but it's not super effective. And I know it's asked to watch without that, but...
Check it out, this is great. These glasses look cool, right?
Can I buy them off you?
Even in this darkness, I can see things clearly.
Are you related to Chico's mother?
You won't find one like it.
I got that skeleton engineer to knock this up for me.
He got it pregnant! Skeleton plus glasses equals pregnancy, obviously.
Seems like I've one yourself. You could pay rupees to the bugs and get the bugs and get them to light your way.
Okay. Choked on that line there. See you later. See you later, he says. Doing absolutely... I heard spikes. I'm not going this way. I don't like this dungeon. I think this is... Can we not do spikes? Can we not do spikes, please? They're not even on the map. Why were they on the map in the first dungeon? If they're not in any other dungeon. What is the way? Is this a maze? Am I to be amazed by this maze? Where is the spike? There's the spike. Don't hurt me, thank you. I don't know where I'm going. Ernesto, you having a time back there? Is this the correct... Have I taken a path? Where are the spikes at? There's one. Where's the other one that I heard appear just now? The advantages of playing with headphones. Can I please see? This is probably not fun to watch, but don't worry, it's not fun to play either, because... Charity, barity, danger everywhereity. Why is that spike there? This, judging by the map, this room is clearly just here for this. Where the... Ernesto, is that you making spiky noises? You could join me in my infinite paranoia of just... Honestly, bribing the bugs to help me see would not actually help here in that, like, yeah, we'd be able to have a little bit more vision. Ooh, a pot. First rule of stumbling around in the dark, climb into the nearest cavity you can find. You may find money inside. But yes, having the bugs being able to light our way would only help so much, because past a certain point, you can't see where the spikes are until they've already popped up, and we can kind of already see them as we are. Like, I'm aware that this isn't fun to watch, though. And I know me going on about it doesn't really make it any better, but... This dungeon is Fungeon. Funyuns and a bag of Funyuns. We don't have Funyuns in this country. I feel like I'd probably like them. Ooh. But we've just reached a ladder judging by the map. The Mapepe. The Ep-Papepe. The off-brand Dr. Pepper. Can it at least be not dark down here? That was such a good noise. Okay, first of all, are there spikes in here? Can I walk freely? Even though, like, I know I've taken bung holes of damage just from wandering into enemy projectiles lately, so a few spikes can't do that much damage. Flashback to episode 3. Excuse you! Excuse you! Wow! Okay, so spikes can do damage. Okay, now, before we go any further down, is there something of value up here? Bear in mind, this game is all about stuff of value. Oh, I know what this is. Okay. At some point, we need to come back here with a Tingle Bomb and blow that open, but that will only create a small hole that you need to send a bodyguard into to get a rupee good, and we have a large bodyguard, so literally the opposite body type of what we would need to climb into that tiny hole. So... Ah. We have more exploding cheese whiz. Oh, we have pegs. That says to me we're going to be push it. Push it, wow. Money. I'm not going to miss the money this time. Okay, so we have switches. We have things that go... Go on, fight me. Show me a sack that contains a fightable. They've been surprisingly generous so far. Oh no, there's money there. Let me get to the money, thank you. Will none of your sacks fight me? Wait, is this where we came in? I'm lost already. Hang on, let me... At times like this, look at the map. This is where we came in. Oh, it's getting to me. And I still refuse to pay, because, as I recall, the way this works is... It's something like 5 rupees for 1 second of light, or some ridiculous ratio like that, so... I'm not even going to worry about it. Also, this looks even more questionable without the context of the rest of the room. It's just... Okay, to be fair, he's not pelvic thrusting. He is using his chest. He's puffing up like a pigeon. Ernesto, you're not helping. Like, well, you're helping by guarding my body. So please don't molest this cocoon while I'm trying to thrust at it. Ernesto, 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 cease, cease. Okay, Ernesto, Ernesto. Oh good, he's actually obeying me now. Not sure what his deal was before. Okay, so we've got one button pressed. I don't know how many more there are to go. More than one. Otherwise that button would have sealed the deal. Sold the dole. In the past, the past tense of William Shakespeare is would I was Shakespeare. I posted that on Discord the other day and people were not happy with me. I am full of hot, throbbing memes. And that's why you should join the Tessellating Discord server. I'm rambling because I'm bothered by the dark. We've hit upon a lemma. An Ayrton Senna. A hole in the ground where the bugs can die. Ah, here's a friend. We're making a friend rise from the hole. This dungeon is just one big euphemism, and I make no apologies for this. It's not an insect. You know what? I think insect cavern might even be a euphemism. A euphemism for, pow right in the insect cavern, right between the posh kebabs, ladies and gentle soups. You know what, Tess? I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Shut up. Well, I'm glad there are no spikes in here, because that's what makes me play like a cautious poop. A cautious poop. Well, something just moved. When you're constipated, that's just your body taking a very cautious poop. Tess, what did I just say about shutting up? I don't have a split personality, but sometimes my second personality argues with itself. I shouldn't speak of, fucking goo, we can see, but I believe there's a special friend in here. I remember being aware that, yep, special friend. They will steal from you, and they will run away, and it's worth your while to kill them, because then you'll get your money back. Otherwise, you can't outrun them. I don't think you can outrun them anyway, so... And you can't beat them to the punch, just let them steal from you and then steal back from them. Same as if you're ever going into the middle of a big city centre, and someone tries to pick your pocket, let them pick your pocket and then punch them in the face. Don't do this. Don't come to me for legal advice. I am... Darkness! Darkness, Averdeen! Are there spikes in here, though? Because that's my main conundrum. By Sandra Bullock. Oh, it's a maze! Or at the very least, there's a load of narrow corridors that aren't on the map. I don't know where I'm going. Are we going on a bar hunt? It's like a bear hunt, except with pubs. Well, that's a dead end. I don't even remember how long this dungeon is, but it's a lot of stuff like this. So you can sort of see why I had trepidations going into it. But on the other hand, we went into it very rich, and if we have lost money, we've really not lost all that much. I know I really should learn to hold my tongue, but and we're doing okay so far. I could buy some light, and I know that this sucks to watch because, like, most of the screen is nothing. If this was Yoshi's Woolly World, it would be, or Kirby's Epic Yarn, it would just be a load of denim, and I don't like denim. Fun personal fact, I don't like the texture of denim. So therefore, I can't stand wearing jeans. Okay, Ernesto, a little help here? Like, back when I was in high school, and I don't share high school memories all that often because my high school days fucked me up something royal. But there used to be this annual event they called Jeans for Genes Day, like jeans the article of clothing for genes as in genetics, and it was basically a pay £1 and come to school not in uniform day. And I would still pay the £1 but not participate in the non-uniform thing for two reasons. And that is one of them. Now, one of them is I hate jeans. I hate the way they feel. I hate everything about them. And for another, my school blazer was perfectly functional. I had a system, a pocket for everything and everything for a pocket. What's the point of me dressing casually when... Like, you get the idea. I had a system. There was no point fuffting with the system. Fuffting with a T with the system. Anyway, have we found our destination yet? Because that was a lot of maze. I'm not amazed. Please don't be more darkness. Okay, surprise. Oh, it's poison! Even better! I mean, it says a lot about, like, millennial culture is choosing poison over an awkward social situation. That, like, this has been joked before, and speaking as someone with social anxiety, it's 10,000% accurate. But, the best way to kill someone with social anxiety is to poison them and then have the antidote readily available just as long as you ask someone for it, or phone someone for it, or basically put someone like me in a situation where the only way we can get food or otherwise sustenance of any kind is by asking someone, preferably over the phone. I will die as a consequence of that. Also, we're just kind of meandering here. There's a ladder there. Oh, that was... Just walk straight into the room, immediately suffer. Ernesto, I'm losing hand over fist here. Well, we got some of the money back. God, this sure is a dungeon. Are you a trap chest? Surprisingly not. 2,500? Is that by way of apology? Are you taking pity on me, dungeon? Because if so, thank you. I absolutely earn it, deserve it. Obstetrics? Pediatrician, Wikipedia, Wiki, Wild Wild West, Go West, The Beach Boys, Amy Schumer. I'm sorry, sometimes I go on these tangents, and I like them more than I have any business doing. Now, we're nearly at the surface, and I believe this is going to be another one of the hideous insect heads, so drink up, Ernesto. Thank you. Just because I need him to keep the bugs busy while I throw some bombs at some faces. I need to take names and kick faces, and I don't have a name anymore. I used to be, and might yet resume being, tessellating hexagons. Bugs! Drop the bomb. I'm thinking about it. It would probably be soups convenient to come over here with, like, extra, just, like, pack more tingle bombs, and then just stand here and just throw them over immediately, but what if you missed, though? And also, Ernesto, why do you never listen to me anymore? Like, am I doing something wrong with the controls? Because I swear, my older bodyguards never used to be quite this pompeptuunk. Give me the 5. I keep missing money in this episode! That was a good noise. Well, anyway, we've taken out another one of the hideous heads. So we can... You know what that means? Time to climb into an anal cavity. Though, that being said, looking at the time, we should probably save that for the next episode. So, for the time being, I might be tessellating hexagons, might resume being, I don't know, I don't have a name anymore. In the next episode of Freshly Picked Tingle's Rosy Rupeeland, we'll climb into that insect's rectal cavity and see what money it holds. See you then for that.
Honestly, my expectations were higher.
That's the best.